Blue with the blue windows. Ronika Merl. Let's get this. External Ireland house day. Nestled in the wild Irish landscape, there is a house with blue windows. Smoke rises from the chimney. It feels like a cosy home. External house, back garden day. Aicha, 30s, and her two sons, Aaron, 9, and Jordan, 7, are digging in a vegetable garden out the back of the house.
Now, let's not go overboard here, boys.
She smiles proudly at them. External Ireland countryside day. Aicha is driving with the boys in the back, singing an old Irish melody, taking in the gorgeous scenery. Internal house living room day. Aicha is painting a beautiful picture as the boys work on their homework. Internal house boys' bedroom night. Aicha is bringing the boys to bed, reading them a story. Internal house living room night. Aicha settles down to do more art. External house back garden day. The boys are playing. Aicha is digging at a huge tree stump in the middle of the garden, cursing under her breath.
Hey, Mom, look, who's that?
She looks up. Off in the distance there is a figure of a man running down the hill.
Well, he's a tourist, that's for sure. American, I bet.
She stands up, shielding her eyes when the man clearly stumbles and then spectacularly falls and tumbles through the weeds down the hill towards them. All three run off to get to the man. External Ireland hillside, same. The boys arrive at the man first. This is John. He sits up, groggy, then clutches his ankle.
Oh, damn it.
What the hell are you doing?
I got lost.
I'd say so.
I parked my car somewhere, someplace, and I wanted to go for a walk because, well, you know, this is this Irish landscape that you're supposed to appreciate, and then I got lost, and I got lost.
Where did you leave your car?
Somewhere, probably around here, probably around 3 miles away from here, but could also be 7 or...
Aicha and the boys are bewildered by this strange man.
Boys, get in the car. I think we're going to have to drive this man around for a while.
She helps John up.
Come on.
He immediately limps.
Oh, that's not good. My ankle.
They make their way back to the house. External house, back garden, same. As they draw nearer to the house, John falls behind with his bad ankle. Aicha helps him.
Well, this is a very lonely house.
Yes, it is a very lonely house. But guess what? The road is right in front of it.
Oh. I was looking for the road.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, you found it. Come on.
She shoos her boys into the back door.
Come on, boys, in the car. Come on.
John sits down, his foot really bothering him now.
What's wrong with your foot?
My ankle went. I was running because I was so excited that I saw a house, which means civilization. And then I was even more excited because I saw human beings in the house, which meant, well, you know, help. And then I probably broke my ankle quite severely. So probably.
Okay, sit.
She checks his ankle. He winces.
Well, it's not broken. It's probably just a bit bruised, and I'm sure you can still drive. Why don't I give you a bandage?
Oh, thank you. You're very kind.
Mm-hmm.
She sighs, looks at her watch, then goes off and returns with a bandage. He winces as she puts a pressure bandage on his ankle.
You're a big, strong man. You can take it.
And he winces again.
Seriously?
Sorry.
Right. Can you walk?
External Ireland countryside evening. Aicha, the boys and John are driving around the countryside looking for the car. They cross back and forth on the same stretch of road as it starts to rain and get dark. Internal, external car, same.
I'm sure I was here somewhere.
You can't have come far. Did you come up the hill or down the hill?
Well, I came up a hill and then across and then down, I think. And then I came sideways through a valley and then up a hill. Well, that's when I fell down a hill and I broke my foot.
You didn't break it.
Well, it feels like it.
Okay, it's getting dark. Did you park it in like a ditch or like a parking area?
Well, ditch.
God.
Aicha rolls her eyes. It's hopeless now. The boys are starting to squirm in the back.
I know, boys. Okay, so I have a lasagna in the oven that I'm not willing to burn and sacrifice for this adventure, so we have to get back.
She stops the car and thinks, clearly very annoyed now.
So I can just, well, I can get out.
You can barely walk. Okay, why don't we call it a night? And we can rescue your car tomorrow. Are you staying at a hotel or can I drive you somewhere?
Yeah. Well, I drove about 2 hours to get from my hotel to here.
Yeah, I'm not driving you 2 hours. Okay, well, darn. It's going to have to be this way, no?
So,
You're coming home, you're having lasagna with us.
The boys cheer in the back.
Please, that is nothing to be cheering about.
Internal house, kitchen, night. Aicha is taking the lasagna out of the oven. John sits awkwardly between the boys.
What's your name?
John. And yours?
Aaron. And that's Jordan. And that's Mom. Where are you from?
Indiana. Who's your state? That's in America?
That's where Captain America is from.
Yes, it is. You like Captain America?
No, but Mom does.
Huh. I haven't met a woman who doesn't.
Aicha shoots him a glare.
Apologies, that was inappropriate.
They eat. When the meal is finished, Aicha takes the boys to bed.
Please give me a minute to get the boys settled down, and then we can figure out what to do.
Sure. Thank you.
After she leaves, John starts discovering the house. It is full of art and paintings which he appreciates. Internal house, kitchen, night. Aicha returns to find John studying one of her paintings.
Right. We have a few options here now. I can call you a taxi, but we only have one taxi driver in like a 50-mile radius, and he's probably not available because there's a match on, so he's drunk. And you're probably not used to this. This is the countryside.
No, I live in a tiny town. I know what it's like.
So, the other option, I don't want to drive around with the kids in the night. They've school in the morning.
She is annoyed by what she has to say.
So I guess you could stay here.
Yeah, but that option seems to annoy you hugely.
Yeah, it does actually. I never have people here.
I could just go. I can just walk.
I can't even stand properly, right? I better bring you a blanket then.
Internal house, living room, night. John has settled his leg on a pillow. Aicha brings him a blanket and another pillow.
What are you doing out in the countryside all by yourself anyway?
I was running away.
This somehow softens Aicha up. She takes his bandage off.
I'm an assistant at the vet's. I know that's not a human doctor, but I know my strengths.
The ankle is bruised badly. She applies the bandage with more pressure.
Thank you. Your home is it's beautiful. You're an amazing artist.
Thank you. So what are you running away from?
My grandfather was Irish. My mother always talked about how she wanted to come here, and she never did. My wife always said that she wanted to come here, and
So you're running away from your wife? She's not in the car, is she?
no, my wife is at home. She's sick. She has her lucid moments, and she made me promise to come here to get lost here. So I did.
Yes. People tend to get lost here.
This house seems like the perfect place for it.
Yeah.
She sits down in a chair, having finished his bandages.
You're very tall, so the couch will be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There's an awkward silence.
I don't normally have guests, ever. I don't know what to do when there's a person in my house, like an adult person. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a glass of wine?
Yeah, I'd love that.
She goes to get a bottle and glasses.
I don't really talk to people other than the children.
Yeah. I'm not good with the small talk either.
It's really strange having someone here.
Well, I'm happy to provide entertainment in the form of horrible, awkward small talk.
John discovers a portrait of the boys on the table.
Aaron and Jordan, the rascals.
They're good boys.
So Indiana, huh?
Middle America.
Sorry. But of course you're Irish. There isn't an American in the world who doesn't have some sort of claim on this island.
That's true, I guess. We're all mixed together anyway. Everybody.
Are you looking at the brownness of my skin and trying to figure out what mix I am?
I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, because clearly I'm not Irish.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
My father was Indian, my mother was Italian, and I am neither. I'm not Indian nor Italian nor Irish, but I've lived here for longer than I care to remember, and so it's my home.
It's really interesting.
It really isn't.
Aicha absent-mindedly takes up some crochet work and starts working away. John settles in with his glass of wine and begins to take in the serenity of the situation. It feels like home. After a while...
Actually, okay. This is going to sound so chauvinistic, but I don't get a man in this house, like, ever. Especially not a tall, strong man or a man who's willing to help me with anything.
Oh my.
Yeah, shut up. I know what I sound like. No. Anyway, there's this tree stump in the back garden, and try as I'm not strong enough to shift it, but I reckon you are severely damaged, broken foot. There's an axe in the shed. While I bring the kids to school tomorrow, before we embark on the quest to find your car, could you maybe, like, try to help get it out of the ground?
Of course. Anything to repay my debt. But won't that leave a hole?
All things do.
External house, back garden, day. John is pulling at the roots of the tree stump with great difficulty. Aicha joins him.
It won't budge, huh?
It will. It will. I just have to...
He steps back, giving up momentarily.
I just have to get a grenade or something.
How very American of you.
What?
I said what I said. Will I fix us some breakfast and then we'll go driving to get your car?
I promised you I'd get this done, and I will.
And I promised you to bring you to your car, and I will. Come on.
He limps into the house, but can't help to glance back at the tree that's still sitting there. External, Ireland, countryside, by a ditch, day. Aicha and John are driving around the wild landscape again. They find his car in a ditch. They get out.
I thought you said you parked it. Not crashed it.
It's fine.
They're going to charge you an arm and a leg.
Oh, well.
He gets his car out of the ditch, parks up next to Aicha.
Well, I guess. Thank you. Thank you for saving me from the wild Irishness of Ireland.
You're very welcome.
They awkwardly shake hands.
I feel guilty that I didn't finish the tree.
Another time. Next time, try to come via the road.
I will.
Another awkward handshake, hug, and he drives off. Internal house, living room, night. Aicha is settled in for the evening alone in her house. There's a knock at the door. Rather than being happy, she winces, clearly dreading what's about to happen. She puts down her crochet hook. Then she sees that last night's wine glass is still there. In a panic, she grabs it and hides it under a pillow. Then she takes a deep breath and opens the door. When she sees who is outside, she winces again, then lets them in with a look of deep sadness on her face. Internal house, living room, day. Aicha and the boys are coming in from the rain.
Homework right away. I don't want to hear any excuses. Jordan, get to it, and I'll start with the lunch. Lads, let's...
She stops herself when she glances out the back window. External house, back garden, day. Pouring rain, but somehow, in all the wetness, John is digging, pulling, hacking at the tree stump. Aicha comes running out, her jacket over her head.
What on God's green earth are you doing?
Keeping my promises.
Get inside, you'll catch your death.
I've nearly got it. The rain is making the earth soft.
You are covered in mud.
I know.
She stares incredulously, then turns and runs to get an umbrella. The boys are at the door, delighted at the spectacle. One look from her shuts them up, and they meekly go inside.
Come inside.
I've nearly...
He gives one of the roots one last big pull, which lands him squarely on his behind. Now they are both covered in mud. The boys jeer and holler in the background, and for a moment, even Aicha's stern expression makes way for a laugh. Internal house, kitchen, day. Aicha is cleaning up herself. John has a towel over his head. The boys glance at each other, mischief in their eyes.
Work or else.
They giggle and run off.
What were you doing out there?
Well, I promised.
When did you come back?
This morning. I didn't see you in the house, so I just figured I'd get started. Weather sure changes quickly here. I'll give it a try once the rain stops.
Well, why?
They share a look. John looks haunted.
What else am I supposed to do? Sightsee?
Aicha finally understands, then turns to start cooking the lunch. External house, back garden, day. The rain has stopped, but the stump looks no different. Aicha and John stand around it, kicking it, dejected. Internal house, boys' bedroom, night. Aicha is tucking in the boys.
Will John stay with us?
Brian?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Page 16.
Yeah, got it.
will John stay with us?
Do you want me to start from external house, back garden, day?
No, let's start with eternal house, boys' bedroom.
Oh yeah, sorry. Internal house. You ready, Ryan?
Yeah.
Good to go. Internal house, boys' bedroom, night. Aicha is tucking in the boys.
Will John stay with us?
Under no circumstances.
But I really like him.
Well, don't. Don't like him. Don't even begin to like him. What do I always say?
That we don't need anyone.
And you always have to work harder.
That's
So I forget I'm playing both. We don't need anyone, and that you always have to work harder.
that's right.
But what about Dad?
Aicha winces, the same expression on her face like last night.
Shush. Bedtime. Night night.
Internal house, living room, night. John has poured 2 glasses of wine and is studying another piece of art.
What are you doing?
You know, this is some of the best watercolor I've seen in a long time. Do you ever show or...
The look on her face stops him.
You can't stay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just...
There's another awkward pause. He puts the wine down.
I guess I guess I'll go.
Look, I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be anything, but this.
No, I understand. It was arrogant of me to presume.
It's not that I don't. It's not.
No, I get it. Who am I to disrupt your life?
I.
No, it's okay.
He stands, swinging his arms. Just as he's about to turn, she picks up a painting of the house, blue windows standing out on the pale watercolour.
You should take one of these.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I have hundreds of these silly little doodles. If you like it so much. No one really likes it, so I guess if you insist, you can have one if you like.
More awkwardness.
Why are you here?
Because I'm running.
From what?
I don't know.
He looks around at the coziness of his surroundings.
This is
I know.
a sanctuary.
Yes. Sanctuary.
She picks up the wine, hands him his glass, then settles herself in with the crochet. He sits in his old spot on the couch, the peace of the evening coming over them as if they had always lived this way. Internal, house, kitchen, day. Aicha is cooking the lunch. The boys are doing their homework. John comes in from the back garden, goes to wash the earth off his hands.
Tonight, I think I've got it.
I sure hope so.
She serves the lunch.
I checked it on YouTube. Saw some hillbilly go at it. You gotta burn it.
Burn it!
Yeah, I'll show you tonight.
I dread to think.
External house, back garden, night. John is working on the tree stump, adding s'more sticks, paper. Aicha looks on, sceptical. He sets the stump on fire.
Now, we let it burn down, and then we can just dig up the charred bits. Problem solved.
I don't trust it.
It's gonna be fine.
Later, they've settled down on a blanket by the fire.
Hills look even more menacing now.
It's a wild place.
What brought you here?
Life, I guess. I had to leave Dublin, and this was the one place I could go to.
Why did you have to leave?
A long story.
Fireside, summer night, a warm breeze blowing in from the Atlantic. I think this is the perfect time for a long story.
You're right. So what's yours? What are you suffering from?
It takes a moment, but he relents.
I love my wife. I love her more than anything. And when we got married, I thought I would always be with her, always. I thought she was everything.
What happened?
She got in an accident 10 years ago. It left her badly changed. Her health fluctuates and it's going downhill. We always wanted to come here. We just always put it off. Last month she had a very lucid few days. It was like she was trying her best to pull herself together. And she made me promise to come here. She should not let the topic go. And so when she fell back into her state, or the state that she's in, I guess I ran. I should not leave her, and I normally wouldn't. But now that I have left, I am too terrified of going back. I have this memory of her, and if I don't see what she is like right now, I can pretend still that person, that memory is real when I'm here. I can pretend.
And she's been like this for 10 years?
We were married for 5 years before the accident. It was the best 5 years. But I guess It has been the best 15 years of my life. I feel like I'm abandoning her.
You're not. She needs you to live a life as well. You do need to live. She wouldn't want to hold you back, I'm sure.
You sound like my sister. She keeps telling me to do more with my life.
Good. I agree with her.
They sit and watch the flames and the stars above them.
Can I?
He stops himself to gather strength.
Can I stay here?
Stay. What, like?
No, not forever. I can't go back. Not yet. I can't. Can I pretend just for a moment?
Yeah. I like pretending. I pretend all the time.
Thank you.
Internal house, living room, day. Aicha is guiding the boys out of the house in the morning. She glances back one last time at John's oversized form sprawled on the couch. Internal house, kitchen, night. Aicha and John are doing the dishes together, wordlessly and in perfect tandem. It's as if they've done this a million times before, switching places, not getting in each other's way.
I'll do the laundry if...
I hoover the living room.
She smiles and dives under his arm. Internal house, living room, night. Aicha is making John's makeshift bed on the couch. He comes in with a bowl of popcorn. Instead of a normal spot on the chair, Aicha now sits next to John, who has his arm around her. It feels familiar, but not yet romantic. External house, back garden, day. There are American flags everywhere, fireworks primed and ready to go off, a barbecue sizzling. John is dancing, country music blaring. The boys announce their arrival with a squeak of delight, followed by Aicha's incredulous.
John!
He stops for a moment.
Happy 4th of July!
The boys join John's dance.
Are you out of your mind?
Oh, come on. I've got fireworks and everything. You know how hard it is to find American flags here? All I could find was Confederate flags, and I don't mean to be rude, but what the actual hell is that about? That's not cool. That is in no way cool. That should not be allowed. Why do Irish people sell Confederate flags?
Because, well, people from Cork think, they're independent and rebellious and from the South.
That's not how any of this works. Anyway, I got us a barbecue. I got us fireworks. It's a party.
He joins in the boys' celebration, picking up Jordan, throwing him in the air.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. You are violently American.
Red, white, and blue, baby.
He can't help but laugh at the sight of the three boys playing and dancing. Fireworks go off over the little Irish house with the blue windows. External house, back garden, night. The evening is rolling in. Aicha joins John as he overlooks the charred remains and the hole the tree stump left.
I guess I fulfilled my promise.
I guess you did.
A moment.
Thank you for what you did here today. I get so bogged down in just raising the boys and teaching them values and getting them to do their chores. I tend to forget that there are parties to be had in the summer.
Or music. Or smiles.
Please. Thank you for what you did for them.
You're doing a great job at raising them.
I don't know about that. I'm just trying to protect them.
From what? There couldn't be a more peaceful place to raise them.
It's not always.
Internal house, living room, day. Aicha is sneaking out with the boys as John is asleep on the couch. They are carrying bags. Later, Aicha comes back in, wakes John.
I got a surprise.
External, beach, day. Aicha, the boys, and John have parked on a lonely stretch of beach. The boys run off to play in the sand,
Don't go in the water yet and get some sun cream, boys!
but they are gone like the wind.
Leave them be.
We don't normally.
No, I figured. Come on, let's get started.
They spend the day playing in the water, building sandcastles, having a barbecue, discovering rock pools. By a rock pool.
What's that?
Gee, buddy, you'd have to ask your mom. I come from the middle of the country, so we don't have an ocean in Indiana. We have a huge big lake, though.
You have no ocean in the whole country?
Oh, the country does, just not my state.
Indiana is not a country.
No, it's just part of a country. Like your Kerry or Galway would be part of your country.
You say that funny.
What, Kerry?
No, it's Galway, not Galway.
Galway.
Better.
Do you know what this is?
So you don't know what this is?
No.
It's a limpet. You know what that? Do you know what that is?
Well, that's a starfish.
How do you know?
Well, it's a fish in the shape of a star.
The boys run off again. Throughout the day, Aicha and John find ways to be close to each other, flirting, smiling. When the evening rolls around, the boys go to sleep in the tent. Aicha and John sit by the fire.
Another fireside long story that you won't tell me about?
I don't actually have that many secrets, believe it or not. I don't actually have that much of a life.
I think you do.
Oh, really? Like a secret, amazing life that you haven't seen yet?
No, the secret amazing life I have seen. A home no other people would die for. 2 wonderful children who adore you.
Do you have children?
We were going to have before the accident, and then we have, of course.
Yeah. It's fleeting. Bliss always is. How's your foot?
Survivable. Still hurts a bit, though. I think I'll live.
She shivers.
Need a blanket?
No, it's fine.
He gets up and gets a blanket from the tent.
We're sprawled across the entire tent.
Yep, that's my boys.
Here.
She wraps a blanket around herself.
This is Ireland. Doesn't really get that warm, not even in July.
It's okay. I bet the water's lovely, though.
I know what you're thinking. And no, absolutely not. Not in a million years. It's freezing. This isn't Indiana where you get decent summers and warm water in your lakes or whatever. This is the Atlantic. You know the one with the iceberg that sank the ship? No.
But it's too late. Halfway through that speech, he pulls her up, throws off her blanket and pulls her towards the water.
No, John, no!
Too late. He's taken off his shirt and jeans and jumps into the waves.
Oh my God, I have made a mistake.
I've told you so.
This was such a mistake.
He stops, shivering and clearly freezing, but he holds out his hand to her. After a moment, she relents, takes off her dress and joins him.
Oh my God, we're going to die. We are actually going to die.
He laughs and splashes her.
I die happy.
They splash for a moment, then the mood changes and he comes closer.
Are you still cold?
Yeah, this was a mistake.
He puts his arms around her.
Still?
There is a scar on his arm and shoulder. She traces it.
Lauren's accident?
External beach, morning. John is asleep by the remains of the fire. Aicha comes out of the tent with the boys. It's clear they didn't sleep together. External house, front garden, day. Aicha and the boys are unloading the car. John is inspecting a sign by the gate.
I always wondered about that. You know, you read about it in like novels, you see it, but is it common for houses to have names here? And in Britain, like Mansfield Manor or Bag End, or
Some do.
is it like an official thing, like a register?
No, I think you can just name your house.
Does this house have a name?
No.
He looks at the pillar by the gate and smiles. External house, back garden, day. The boys are playing. Aicha is harvesting something in the vegetable garden. John comes out of the shed with something in his hand.
Come on, look.
External house, front garden, day. John and Aicha make their way to the gate. John puts up a painted sign that says Sanctuary.
I found some leftover blue from the windows.
Sanctuary.
Yeah. Can I ask, why the blue windows?
It matches the course.
Gorse.
These yellow bushes, they're not really blooming now, but in the spring, the whole coastline is completely yellow. And they smell of coconut. And they cause horrible fires, and they're a terrible shrub that everybody hates, and I love it. And blue windows and gorse go together.
Blue windows and gorse.
Sanctuary.
External house, back garden, night. John comes out of the house looking for Aicha.
Aisha, I brought the boys to bed. Where are you?
He looks toward the hill. He sees her lonely figure climbing up the darkening hill.
You will break your foot.
He follows her. External hilltop, night. Aicha is on the hilltop by herself, overlooking the wild landscape around her. John follows.
You know, my foot is not strong enough for this. And if I fall again going down that hill, I'll sue you because I'm just that American.
Shh.
They look around, taking in their beautiful surroundings.
Can you hear it?
What?
The waves.
John listens. He can hear it.
I used to always come up here when I was pregnant. I used to sit and dream, look out west, like some sort of old-timey widow looking for her husband lost at sea. If you try really hard, you can see Virginia right there. Or did I get my geography wrong here? Would it be New York?
Well, it's not Indiana, that's for sure.
No.
You climbed all this way while pregnant.
Yeah. I needed to get out of the house.
Was it bad? With their dad, I mean.
Long story.
And the hilltop, gorgeous views, and a cool wind coming in from the ocean are no place for a long story.
Exactly.
She leans into him.
Glad you're here.
Me too.
Internal house, living room, night. Aicha leads John into the living room. She gives him a framed painting of the house.
So you can remember this house and the hill that severely damaged your poor foot.
He is speechless. Then emotion overwhelms him and he bear hugs her. The hug turns tender. She looks up at him. Something is building, but it's not clear what.
Do you have to go soon? When's your flight?
I missed my flight yesterday.
Oh,
Something more builds between them. He leans in. There is almost a kiss. His phone rings. The display shows it's his wife, Lauren. His face is ashen. Aicha steps back, almost runs out.
Lauren? Lauren, is that you?
John, I took a bath today.
That's amazing, sweetie. That's so good. Well done. And was Nikki there with you?
Who's Nikki? I saw you this morning. Are you in work?
Yes, babe. I'm just in work. I'll be home in no time, babe. No time.
Bring chicken. I had a bath today.
She hangs up, but John holds onto the phone for dear life, fighting tears. Aicha slowly returns. John is distraught. She carefully settles down next to him.
Help me. God, please help me.
Aicha puts her face on his shoulder. He wants to shake her off at first, but gives in.
John.
Oh, please help me. Help us.
John.
She takes his face in her hands. He closes his eyes and gives in to her.
Shh, John. Shh. I can do magic. Shh.
She puts her forehead on his, and suddenly his breathing slows, and he is at peace. She holds him as his emotions drain out. Internal house, living room, day. John's blanket is neatly folded up. Aicha touches it lightly. He is gone. He left the framed picture on the table. Internal house, kitchen, day. Aicha and the boys in their old routine, but it feels more grey now. Sad. Internal house, living room, night. Aicha is painting. A knock on the door. Her first glance is hopeful. Then she shakes it off. She opens the door to find Conor, her ex, and the boy's father.
Want to know what I heard?
She steps back, lets him in.
Do you want to know?
She shakes her head.
Well, I heard you had a fella up here, yeah. Fireworks and all.
He turns to her. The door falls shut. Internal, John's house, living room, day. John and his wife Lauren are sitting together. John is helping her get dressed. She is severely disabled and barely able to help. But he gets her cardigan on her with a lot of patience. Then he leans in to kiss her on the forehead. There is suddenly more life in her eyes.
You should go to Ireland.
I'm never leaving you again.
She reaches out shakily.
Go to Ireland.
I'm never leaving you again.
John.
He helps her get up and into her wheelchair.
Never again, babe.
Internal, John's house, living room, night. John is settled in. He gets his phone out, staring at Aicha's contact, but he never presses the call button. External, Indiana, Park, day. John is taking Lauren for a walk. He is soon joined by his sister, Nikki.
How was Ireland?
I should never have left here.
That bad?
I can't leave her ever again.
Nikki stops for a moment.
John, stop. She didn't even know you were gone. She didn't even notice. Please stop. It's been 10 years and she's not getting any better. I know you are loyal to her and you should be. And it's right for you to be, but stop putting your entire life on hold.
She's my wife.
Yes, she is, and you should be there to take care of her. But stop it with the guilt tripping and the self-pity.
Self-pity. Self-pity. I abandoned her.
You were gone for all of 20 days, out of 10 years. That's hardly abandoning her. Stop wanting to find ways to hate yourself for what happened.
He wants to say more, but thinks better of it. Marches off. Internal, John's house, living room, night. John is dialing Aicha's number, but then he quickly hangs up. He's doodling on a piece of paper, house with blue windows. Internal, John's house, living room, day. Once again, John is struggling to dress Lauren. Later, Nikki is helping John clean the house. External, India, park, day. Another walk in the park. John is pushing Lauren in silence. The routine is mind-numbing. Internal, John's house, living room, day. It's Christmas time. John is helping Lauren feed herself.
I used to love this.
What?
Food.
I know.
Put on a movie.
He puts the food down and turns on the TV. She gets herself out of her chair with a lot of difficulty and sits next to him. He holds her. They laugh at the comedy on TV. He kisses her forehead. Slowly, Lauren falls asleep. The movie on TV shows a love scene, a couple making out passionately. John turns it off defiantly. Internal, John's house, living room, night. John is drinking. His phone shows Aicha's contact. Nikki comes in, sits down next to him.
So, when are you going back to Ireland?
No.
I think you should. You're different since you came back. It's like something was done to you.
Magic.
Internal house, kitchen, day. Aicha is drawing a sketch of John's figure, sitting in his spot on the couch. A knock on the door. She quickly puts her drawing away in a panic and runs to the door to let Conor in. Internal, John's house, bathroom, day. John is helping Lauren in the bath.
John,
I'm here, babe.
you should go to Ireland, like you always wanted.
Shush, babe. Shush.
Please.
She takes his hand. It's a lucid moment for her.
John, please go. It was so good when you came back the last time. There was a glow. You were glowing. Glow.
She lowers herself into the bath.
I took a bath today, John.
He is overcome. Sorry, guys, there's a lot of noise going on sometimes. Sorry, I'll start again now. He is overcome by emotion as he helps her bathe. Internal, John's house, living room, night. John is drinking yet again, his phone once more displaying Aicha's contact. He takes a big swig of his beer and then hits the call button. Aicha answers, clearly in tears, nearly sobbing.
John? Hi, hey, how are you? How's Lauren getting on? You left the painting here. I didn't know if you left it on purpose. I can send it if you still want it.
What's wrong?
Oh, just cold. Nothing. How are you?
There is resolve in John's face. Internal house, living room, night. Aicha is sitting where John used to sit. She is hugging herself, weeping. There is a knock on the door.
God, can I not have?
The knock repeats. She wipes her tears, still reluctant to go to the door.
God, please, no.
Another knock. With a sigh of frustration, she opens the door, expecting Conor. It's John. There is a moment of shock, then they embrace, laughing.
What are you? What?
He hugs her tighter, lifts her, spins her around.
I needed my sanctuary.
He presses his forehead to hers.
I needed my magic.
She cries again, this time with joy, and kisses his forehead. Internal house, kitchen, night. Aicha is fixing a light dinner.
How long are you staying?
Just a week.
Ireland in February is much different from the summer.
Doesn't matter.
He picks up the painting of the house she made for him.
Blue windows.
Internal, John's house, living room, night. They have settled into their old places. Aicha working away at a crochet project. John taking in the serenity.
Guys, can I just interrupt? Can whoever is making noise mute themselves? I think it's you, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Me?
Yeah. Could you mute yourself until you're on? Yeah. I think that's better. Sorry to interrupt. We'll start at they've settled into their old places.
Internal, John's house, living room, night. They have settled into their old places, Aicha working away at a crochet project, John taking in the serenity.
Why were you crying?
Oh, you know.
Another long story.
Kind of.
The fire is burning. There's a winter storm outside. The Atlantic is thrashing wildly against the cliff. No better time for a long story.
She smiles.
So many secrets. I'm beginning to think you do have a secret life that you're not telling me about. How are the boys?
Same as always. Wilder than before.
But no match for Mom.
Peace returns as the evening lingers. Internal house, living room, night. The boys and John are playing peacefully by the fire. Aicha is drawing them. Her phone beeps. She got a text. It's bad news. She gets up, starts pacing.
Can I leave the boys with you for an hour? I have to go somewhere.
Sure. You don't mind, boys?
They glance knowingly at their mother, all three of them sad.
No, it's okay.
Thanks.
With that, she is out of the door. John looks confused, but shakes it off. Internal house, boys' bedroom, night. John is bringing the boys to bed.
She'll be back soon.
I'm sure. Now, do you normally get a bedtime story?
Yeah, but you don't have to.
It's not a problem.
Really, it's okay.
Where'd she have to go?
To Dad.
This rattles him, but he takes up a book and starts reading to the boys.
Okay. What have we got here? Irish legends. Surely you already know all the Irish legends you have to know. Which one do you want?
You pick one.
Okay. Here goes.
He opens a random page.
Oh my dear Lord. Granowa. I'm not saying this right, am I?
No.
Okay. Let's try something else. Dal Cassi. Oh Jesus. Are we sure this is Irish legends and not just straight up Game of Thrones? Okay, here. I can read this. I think Sheehan in Tirnanog. Still not right. Okay, here it goes. I'll try this one. The Children of Lear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Once upon a time, there lived a king called Lear.
He reads them the story as they slowly fall asleep.
That night, he saw 4 swans flying up through the sky, and he knew that the children of Lear were at last on their way to heaven and to be with their mother and their father again.
The boys appear to be asleep. He gets up, just as he's at the door.
John,
Yes, buddy?
will you stay?
No, buddy, I can't stay.
Why not?
I've got to get home.
Why?
I've got to.
What? Why?
I just do.
Then why are you here? Don't you like Mom?
I do.
I think you should stay. You said it yourself. It's like home. You could be my stepdad.
But you just heard it in the story. Step parents aren't that great.
That's just the evil ones. Who are witches. Normal ones. You're cool.
Okay, that's good to know. Now go to sleep, okay?
Internal house, kitchen, night. John is waiting. Aicha returns, looking sad.
Thank you.
What was that about?
Oh, nothing. It's...
A long story.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't cut it. Now, I'd like to know what has you so upset?
It's just my ex. He's being difficult.
The boy's father.
Yes.
How long have you been separated?
Since Jordan was about 2
So 5 years?
ish. Yeah.
And why does he get to make you miserable?
He doesn't get to. It's easier to just let him have a go at me than to fight all the time.
Have a go at you? What is that supposed to mean?
He gets very emotional.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
He's still very attached to me and the boys. And sometimes he gets emotional about the fact that we're not with him anymore, and he becomes, well, emotional.
Okay, but what does emotional mean?
It's just he can't hold back his feelings very well, and I suppose he has a go at me.
Does he beat you?
No.
I don't believe you. What does all of this mean?
I used to joke and call it his therapy sessions. It does make him feel better, and he leaves me alone for a while after.
Aicha, start talking. What does he do? What he comes here and what? Beat you with sleep with you? What?
Sometimes he'll insist, but most times he'll let it go if I ask him not to.
What the fuck? What is this? Can you please explain what happens?
Okay, well, so when we split up, he was very he didn't want to go. And he kept harassing me, following me, making my life and the kids' life difficult. And so I used to let him in every once in a while when he got into his moods, because it seemed to calm him down. It seemed to make him think he still has some sort of claim on us. Like he hasn't lost us completely. And then, like I said, after he gets to sit down on the couch and yell at me for an hour or two, he tends to leave me alone for a few weeks, so that's a small price to pay.
John can't believe what he's hearing.
Yell at you. How?
Well, he gets very emotional, and the only way he can express himself is by, I suppose, by hurling abuse at me for a few hours. It makes him feel better. Therapy.
He doesn't get it. He does not get to do that to you, and he sleeps with you. What?
Sometimes when he gets very upset, it's easier to just appease him.
Oh, no, this is not okay. No, Aisha, that is in no way okay. What the fuck? Appease him? What kind of fucked up relationship is that? You don't need that. Don't tell me you enjoy that.
Of course not.
Then why the fuck do you put up with it in the first place?
It's easier than constantly having to run around and look over my shoulder because he might get crazy ideas.
Or he doesn't get to get crazy ideas. He just needs to leave you alone. What the?
It's not so easy.
Yeah, it's very easy. He needs to leave and move on with his life. Just move on and let go. He can't hold on to a woman he lost years ago. He can't keep coming back to a woman who doesn't love him, who doesn't want him. He can't hold on to a relationship that's ended. He needs to let go. That's different.
Is it?
Yes, for fuck. Of course that's different. What he's doing, it's rape is that's what it is.
John.
But it is. Why are you doing that? I thought you were stronger than that.
Well, maybe I'm not.
Don't you ever fight back?
It's easier not to.
Fight back.
I don't really fight back.
He takes her hand.
Fight back.
No.
Oh, come on, don't let him do this. He doesn't get to do this. He doesn't get to
What else am I supposed to do?
not let him in.
I can't exactly do that either.
Why?
It's his house.
This stops the argument. John steps back, shaken to the core. Internal house, living room, night. John and Aicha sit in the living room.
His house.
Yes. He owns it. It was his parents', and we used to live here before we had the kids. He's allowing us to rent it from him. Very fucking gracious of him, don't you think?
Move. Just move.
And then what? Suffer through the endless weeks and months of him showing up at the door, screaming and shouting. We tried that.
He is basically holding you hostage.
You could say that.
Oh, sanctuary, my ass.
It does feel that way to me, still. It's the price I pay.
You're a hostage to this man. Why don't you just leave?
And go where?
Anywhere.
This is my home. This is my children's home.
No, it's not. Not with a shadow like that hanging all over you. You should have seen the children when you left. They know exactly what's going on.
So what do you suggest I do?
Move!
And then?
And then you live on your own terms.
And what would he do then?
Get over it.
You'd think he would, after 5 years, be already over it, no?
He will get over it. You need to start fighting back. Why aren't you fighting back?
There is a pause. It's clear that she is scared.
It's my biggest weakness, I think.
You cannot live in these circumstances.
You'd be surprised under which circumstances people can live. If you lived here, if you had this, would you let it go? Or would you hold on? Even though it hurts, even though it kills you inside, you would hold on because it's everything you wanted, everything you've built, everything you've put into it, years and years of your heartbeat, your soul, you hold on. I'm scared, yes, but I can't let this go. You know that.
You have to let go.
I'll jump if you jump.
Internal house, kitchen, day. John is making breakfast. Aicha comes in.
It feels weird being here.
I know.
I got a call from Nikki. Lauren was taken to hospital. I have to get on the next plane home, but it's not until tomorrow morning.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
He is trying not to show her his face. She leans into him, holding on to him.
I can't let go.
I know.
He embraces her, towering over her. Tenderness builds and they finally give in. There is nothing left to hide between them. They kiss.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
She takes him by the hand. Internal house. Aicha's bedroom, day. Aicha and John kiss, then carefully make love. It's a revelation to both of them. After, they hold each other, smiling, breathing each other in. Internal, John's house, living room, day. John is sitting with Nikki and Lauren. Lauren is asleep in her chair.
I told you didn't need to come home.
Of course I did.
How was Ireland?
Don't give me that look.
What look?
The look.
He goes to adjust Lauren's blanket.
Well, I think it's good
What is?
that you found Ireland.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who is she?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, bro. I know you. That glow, that doesn't come from fresh Irish air.
I am a horrible, disgusting, cheating piece of filth. I deserve the worst. I am nothing. I am disgusting. Do you hear me? It's not good that I did what I did. It's not good that I am out there living my life. It's horrible. If Laura knew, she would leave me.
You know what? No, she wouldn't. If she had watched you like I have for the last 10,
He gets up.
no, you will listen to me. If she had watched you like I have for the last 10 years, all you do is work and eat and sleep and take care of her. It would break her heart. It breaks her heart to see you like this. Why do you think she always talks about Ireland when she has her moments? She knows you need to escape. She knows you need to let go.
I cheated on my wife.
No, you allowed yourself to feel something.
I can't. I am.
He sits back down. The emotional moment is gone.
It's okay to feel. You're allowed to. Whoever she is, it's fine. Lauren, the old Lauren is gone. And you're allowed to move on.
Internal. John's house. Bedroom. Night. John is on the phone.
It was the worst storm in about 20 years. Half the roofs in the village were torn off.
The house is fine.
We were lucky. Your unlucky hill protected us. How's Lauren?
We had to put her in a care facility. Her spine is getting worse, and there's only so much I can do at home. I had to.
Let go?
I don't think I can come back.
I know.
Internal. House. Living room. Night. Aicha is drawing. A knock on the door. It's Conor.
I think we need to talk about the rent.
I don't think we do.
You know, the economy is getting better. And if I put this on Airbnb, I can make a fucking fortune.
And deprive your sons of a home. Solid.
No, I don't think it's fair for you to go and treat me like this. Did I not let it go that you've a little lover boy visiting? And I forgive you for that.
Forgive. There's nothing to forgive.
What?
For the first time, Aicha is not taking it.
There's nothing to forgive. I can do whatever I want to. I can fall in love with whomever I choose. You don't get to decide.
Fall in love. Fuck it. That's a bit far-fetched now, isn't it? Come on.
It's your business.
It is.
It's none of your business. You have no say in my life.
I don't.
Let me go.
No, because I'm still living in the hope that you're going to see.
What?
You're going to see it. One day, we're going to be so good together.
Get out of my life. Just go. I'm not going to come back to you. You're killing me. I am not coming back. Let me go. Just let me go.
If I get you this emotional, like, what's even wrong with you today? You on your period or something?
There is a moment where she has a choice. Go back to her old ways and just sit down and let him go at it, or fight. He assumes his normal position, sits on the couch and starts. But she stays standing up. The fight is building in her.
Everything I've done for you. Do you know everybody asks me how I let you even live in this house? And they think it's ridiculous that I even let you live here. Do you have any idea what I've done for you? Don't you remember all the times I took care of the kids so you can go down to Dublin? And what about the time you were in hospital? I took care of Erin then. You've been nothing but ungrateful to me. I'll let you live here and it's my fucking house.
His tirade continues, but Aicha is done.
Please leave. I don't have to listen to this anymore. You don't get to do this to me. I don't need to carry you anymore.
Yeah. Now, is that your little American friend talking, is it?
I have nothing left to say to you. Leave.
He stands up. For a moment he is unsure, but then he relents and leaves. A sigh of relief, but she knows it's not over. External house, back garden day. Aicha is putting up American flags everywhere. The 4th of July has come round again. The boys are dancing to country music. She lights fireworks, but John is not there. Internal house, living room, night. The boys and Aicha have settled in.
I haven't seen Dad in a while. When will I see him again?
Soon. He texted me he'll be here on the weekend.
Internal house, kitchen, night. Aicha is cleaning the kitchen. Conor comes in.
Ed, they wanted a bedtime story. Since when do you read him a bedtime story?
I always have.
All right. Right. I'm going. You know, I just wanted to say that I really do forgive you for what you did, you know? But you need to grow up a little and get over it as well.
Please.
No, I mean, like, the way you treat me this past year, it's just ridiculous. And like, I thought we had an arrangement. I thought if I let you live here at a ridiculously low rent now, you could see your way into understanding what a nice guy I actually am. But you know, I guess you just prefer to run away from all your problems like you did with all your little family.
He drones on in the background. She looks out the window at the pit in the ground where the tree stump used to be. Internal house, boys' bedroom, night. Aicha is tucking in the boys.
Can you read us a story?
Sure, babe.
The Children of Lear.
Really? We don't read that Irish Legends book anymore. I don't even know where it is.
Aaron pulls it out from under his pillow.
It's about step-parents.
No, not really. It's about children who get turned into swans and have to live on a cold island for hundreds of years.
Yeah, by their mom.
Oh, well, I suppose. But what's that got to do with anything?
Where's John?
John. John is, John is in Indiana. Now, settle down. Once upon a time.
Internal, John's house, bedroom, night. Intercut with internal house, Aicha's bedroom, day. John is asleep. His phone rings.
What? Hello?
Hi,
Who is this?
it's Aicha from Ireland.
Aisha. Aisha. Oh my God. Well, this is. How have you been?
Good. Oh, good. How have you been?
Just about as good as you sound.
So we're both just in a really good place, and our lives have developed in a way that would make anybody jealous of how deliriously happy we both are, right?
Exactly.
The boys wanted me to read The Children of Lear today.
That's my favorite story. Especially because I could not pronounce all the names except for Fanolia, the girl one, and Lear is easy.
I need you.
I need you too. I miss you. There's not a day when I don't want you near me. I know I haven't called because, well, I guess I wanted you to move on, but who are we kidding? It's not in our nature to move on, is it? We don't move on.
They lie in silence, clutching the phone, tears streaming down Aisha's face.
I
know.
I love you.
I love you too. I'll jump if you'll jump.
I'll jump.
Internal house, living room, night. Aicha is by herself. A knock on the door. It's John. Internal house, Aisha's bedroom, night. They can barely make it into the bedroom. They kiss and make love right there and then. After.
Why did you come back?
I've been so alone. I've been dead for so many years. I only came here in the first place to fulfill a promise. I never thought I'd find someone again. After Lauren, there was no way I could ever find anyone again. I love you.
They hold each other until they fall asleep. Internal house, Aisha's bedroom, day. Aicha is asleep. John's phone rings. It's Nikki. Internal house, living room, night. John is sitting on the couch, phone still in his hand. He is utterly shook and broken. Aicha joins him.
John.
My sister called.
Okay.
My wife. My wife died. She died.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
She was my wife. My wife. You don't know. You have no idea. You have no idea. You don't know what she meant to me. You don't know anything. I was here with you when I should have been there with her.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, John. I'm so sorry.
You killed her.
What?
It was you. It was what we did that killed her. You killed her.
How can you say that?
Curse this place. Curse this fucking place. I wish I'd never come here. I wish I'd never seen this place. I wish I'd never met you.
He gets up. His figure looms over her. It scares her.
John, what are you...
Shut up.
John.
My wife is dead. She died, all of you, all alone while I was here fucking you. You should be dead, not her.
What? How can you say that?
Shut up.
He storms out. External, India, cemetery, funeral, day. John is grieving by his wife's grave. Nikki joins him.
You okay?
No.
She died in her sleep. She wasn't really aware of her surroundings.
I should have been here. There.
It doesn't matter that you weren't in the last few minutes.
That's all that matters. Nothing else matters. The 10 years before that when she was sick, the 5 years before that when she was healthy, they don't matter. None of it matters. They may well as not happened. I was not there at the end. You know where I was? I was with another woman.
John, stop blaming yourself.
I was fucking another woman when my wife died. I should be dead. I deserve to be in that grave. I deserve to be in that grave.
John.
He walks away. Internal, John's house, living room, day. John is drinking. Internal house, living room, night. Conor is sitting on the couch, droning on yet again. Aicha stands by the door, looking out, waiting.
And the way you go on in the village as well, all smiles all the time, not a care in the world. What do you think you are? Carrying on like that? You know people think you're a little slut. You know that, don't you? With your little American friend.
I always want to fight back.
Mm. Yeah. And you know what you... Wait, what?
I always want to fight back.
She's not talking to Conor. He's just present.
always thought of myself as a strong, fierce woman, but I'm not. In the end, I gave in to him because it's easier than fighting. And I gave in to you because I was being selfish, and now I have him and I lost you, and where does that leave me?
What are you on about?
I want you to get out of my life.
He gets up, comes close to her, too close.
Aicha. You know how much I still love you and the boys.
Leave.
I know you're alone. And I know you're heartbroken. It's okay, I'm here.
Get the fuck out!
He's shocked by this, but leaves. Internal house, living room, night. Aicha is on the floor in front of the fireplace. She's lying down, tearing up paintings, throwing them in the fire. She gets to the sketch of John sitting on the couch. Her emotions become too much. She cries, screams, fights. Behind her, a dark figure of a man coming closer.
Shh. Sweet, it's okay. It's okay, I'm here.
No. No.
But she has no fight left in her. He kisses her, takes John's sketch, throws it in the fire. This sends her over the edge. She wails, but lets Conor kiss her, make love to her until he collapses on top of her. Tears streaming down her face, she turns to the fire again, reaching out, almost touching the flames. She takes up a picture of the house with the blue windows, throws it into the flames. External, India, park, day. John is sitting on a park bench, drink in hand. Nikki joins him.
It's 10 a.m. But why aren't you at work?
Work. Who needs work?
You're pathetic.
Oh, fuck you.
John, would Lauren think?
But she wouldn't. But she shouldn't have. He gets up, stands up to his full height. He looks menacing.
Don't you dare. Don't mention that name. Don't.
He storms off. Internal house, kitchen, day. There is no more art in the house. The walls are bare. Internal house, living room, day. The furniture is not cosy anymore. All of Aicha's crochet is gone. It looks sterile. External house, back garden, day. Aicha and the boys are digging in the vegetable garden. Aicha is filling up the hole the tree stump left. Conor comes out. The boys move closer to Aicha, who protects them.
And you say you're not roiling them up against me?
It's just instinct.
Fucking bitch. Come on, boys. Come on. I'm going to bring you down to the pool.
They reluctantly go with him, looking back at their mother. Aicha looks up the hill that John once fell down. She puts the shovel down and starts walking. External, hilltop, day. Aicha has reached the hilltop. She can see the little house nestled in the countryside. She can see for miles and miles around. She looks to the west, toward the Atlantic, towards the horizon.
I miss you.
She stays for hours, sitting down on a rock, staring out into the distance, until the sun is setting on the ocean in front of her.
Stars are lighting. It's a summer night and there's a warm breeze blowing in from the Atlantic. I wish I could tell you a story. I tell you all about this man I once knew, this man who was so kind and cared so much, this man who ran away and yet still always went back to his duties and his calling. I wish I had your strength. I wish I could have let go. I miss you.
Internal, John's house, living room, night. Bottles and bottles, pizza boxes, filth. Nikki is making her way through the chaotic room. She spots something under a pile of old Chinese food boxes. It's the framed picture of the house. She turns it over. On the back, Aicha wrote, "The house with the blue windows that broke your foot," in a different handwriting, clearly John's, "and stole my heart." She finds John on the couch, blackout, drunk.
John?
She tries to wake him.
John? John, come on, you giant baby. Come on. It's been a year. You can't just drink yourself to death.
She gets him to sit up with great difficulty.
Oh, can you ever just fuck off?
It's the 4th of July. I thought you might want to spend time with your family, not just fast food and booze. Was I wrong?
He notices that she is holding the picture.
Throw that away.
Nope.
Give it.
She holds it up so he can't reach.
Nope.
She puts it away, sits next to him.
Why are you here?
It's been a year. More than... You have to let go and move on.
Don't tell me to let go. Don't, Nikki. I swear to God.
Oh, yeah. You don't get to yell at me. You don't get to make me feel miserable every time I see you. Your wife died. She's dead. But you've been grieving here for over 10 years.
Don't.
Don't what? Don't what exactly? Tell you what you need to hear.
Nikki.
When was the last time you showered? When did you lose your job? You're going to lose the house if you're not careful. And I am sure as fuck not taking you in, you fucking loser.
Hey!
Well, then prove me wrong. Shower, for fuck's sake.
He gets up, finds a can that's still half full, flips her off, bangs the bedroom door shut. Nikki screams in frustration.
No!
Then she puts up the picture and starts cleaning the place up. Under a pile of gunk, she finds John's phone. With a glance at the bedroom door, she unlocks it and dials. Intercut with internal house, Aicha's bedroom, night. Aicha is asleep. Her phone rings.
John? Is that really you?
No.
Hello?
I'm Nikki. I'm John's sister.
Oh, hi. Is John okay?
No, he's not okay. I don't know if he has spoken to you recently.
I haven't heard from him since Lauren.
Yeah. He's not in a good place.
I can imagine he feels guilty.
That's right. I keep telling him he shouldn't.
Like that's ever going to work.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
I'm not sure. I didn't even know why I'm calling you. He never really talks about you.
Of course not.
Did you love him?
Yes.
Did he love you?
Yes.
He's so alone.
I am too.
He needs someone.
I know.
I think he needs you. But I don't think he can let go. I don't think he can move on.
It's not in our nature to move on. That's what he once said to me, and he was right. I tried for a while there, I really did.
It's the 4th of July.
I know. We celebrated every year since he first came to us.
We?
Me and the children.
Children.
I have 2 sons.
This somehow makes Nikki reach a decision. She smiles.
Did you ever manage to move on?
No.
Internal, John's house, living room, night. John stumbles out of his bedroom in search for more alcohol, only to find his house clean and no more booze in sight.
Nikki, what the fuck?
Then he discovers the picture of the house on the table. Next to it, a plane ticket to Dublin. Internal house, living room, day. The boys and Aicha are packing bags, boxes. The house is empty.
Ryan, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the page there. 76, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
I'll take it from internal house, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to go, Ryan, yeah?
Um,
Internal house,
Yeah.
living room, day.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll start again, yeah. Internal house, living room, day. The boys and Aicha are packing bags, boxes. The house is empty.
Will it be a long drive?
No. I'm sorry for taking you away from your home.
Mom, stop.
She stops, looks at him. He hugs her.
We're with you, Mom. Just with you.
She cries and holds them both so tight it hurts. External hilltop, day. Aicha has climbed up to the hilltop once more. She has a shovel and a little sapling tree. She digs a little hole. Inside, she puts a framed picture of the house with the blue windows, buries it. Then she plants the tree on top.
I'm jumping. I'm letting go. I'll jump if you jump.
Internal house, living room, night. Conor is pacing through the empty living room. Aicha stands patiently.
You cannot do this.
I can do whatever I want. I have custody.
I'll fucking find you, and I'll fucking...
You don't need to find me. I'll tell you where we live. For fuck's sake. You still have access rights to the kids unless you were going to threaten.
Sorry.
He swallows what he was going to say.
You can't do this.
I'm just moving. You keep saying yourself that the situation was no good and everybody was talking about it.
I can't believe you're throwing me on words back at me like that.
I'm not throwing your words back. I'm agreeing with you.
And I can't believe you're throwing that in my face.
I'm just agreeing with what you said. It's not good that I live here without us being together, so I don't.
You can't take my children away from me.
I'm not taking your children away from you. You can see them every other weekend.
Everything I've done for you.
I don't have to care about anything you've done for me. I don't have to care about anything.
So you don't care about anything. Not even your children.
Okay. This is going great for you. I'll send you the address once we've settled in.
He's making one last effort, trying to be menacing, but it fails.
You know what I'm going to do if you leave?
Nothing. Because if you do, you lose access to your children. You don't get to do anything. You don't get to hold me hostage. You don't get to hold on to me. I was so stupid for so long, and I was stupid for letting you do this to me, and I thought the children needed a stable home, but guess what? They've got that with me no matter where we are. I was stupid to think that I needed this place. I wanted to be here, but I didn't need to be. I was stupid and I held on, but...
She walks past him, out the door, mid-sentence. She does not need to explain herself to him. Internal, new house, living room, day. Aicha and the boys are moving into the new house. It's cosy, warm. Jordan pulls out a painting he did, tries to hang it on the wall with tape. Aicha helps him put it up. There is art again. External, new house, front garden, day. Aicha is painting the sign for the house. It says sanctuary. Internal, house, living room, day. Conor is left in the house by himself, staring at the walls. The door is open. A shadow falls on Conor. It's John. Immediately there is tension.
Who are you? Where is she?
Conor launches himself at John, but he's no match for him. John pushes him to the floor.
Don't start. Where are they?
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Don't start. Where are they?
I'm not telling you nothing. I'll fucking boast you.
Oh, really? I said don't start.
He walks past him into the kitchen. Internal house, kitchen, day. John is looking around the kitchen, then walks out. External house, back garden, day. John discovers the smooth patch of grass of where the tree stump used to be and looks up towards the hill. He can see the young tree stand out against the sky. He runs. External hilltop, day. John is digging around the tree. He pulls out the little framed picture of the house. Internal house, living room, day. John walks past Conor on his way out.
I'll ask one last time. Where are they?
I'll fucking tell you nothing, you little fuck.
John knocks him out with one punch, then walks out. Internal, new house, living room, day. Aicha is putting up more pictures with the boys. Her phone rings. She answers.
Nikki?
No.
John?
The boys' eyes light up. They start cheering. External, new house, front garden, day. Aicha and the boys are waiting for John to drive up the driveway. When he gets out, they all run to him, hug him. Internal, new house, living room, night. Aicha and John have just made love.
Will you do something with me?
Anything.
Come on.
She gets dressed, holds out her hand. External, house, back garden, night. Aicha and John are sneaking into the back garden. Aicha has a tree sapling and a shovel.
You sure about this?
He won't notice until it's already too late. He never comes out back, and by then, the roots will have taken hold. And he won't have the help of a strong American who knows how to burn tree stumps.
John makes her stop, kisses her.
I love you.
She grins, full of mischief, then digs a hole where the old tree stump used to be. External, new house, back garden, day. John is playing with the boys. Aicha is painting the windows blue. Gorse is blooming all around.
Smells like coconut.
Goes with the blue.
Internal, new house, living room, night. John and Aicha are settled into their peaceful evening. There is a knock on the door. John gets up and opens it. It's Conor. He's about to say something when Aicha steps in front of John, protecting him, pushing him behind her. She's fighting back. The end.
Whoa! Very good.
Well done,
Well
everyone.
done.
Well done.
What a wonderful thing. Thank you all so much once again for doing it. Yes, thank you.
That was good. Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
fun.
No, very
Lovely.
strong piece. Very strong character piece.
Thanks very much. Yeah. Now, parallels to all my other, I stole from myself for this a lot. But sure, doesn't matter. But yeah, thanks very much for this.
Yeah, it feels very real.
Yeah,
Good woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Brave.
It's
Brave
a-
stuff.
it's hopefully because it'll be so cheap to make, and
Yeah,
it
you
will
won't-
be like
you-
so cheap to make. So hopefully, I'm pitching it to a few people. So hopefully we'll.
Yeah, you get a nice location in the west of Ireland. The landscape itself will fill the atmosphere, you know?
Yeah.
Irish
Just get a nice
tourists
little
will like
cottage.
that.
All Falcha Ireland will fund that in a heartbeat.
All Ireland to be like, yes, we can make this movie. Yes,
Yeah,
let's get an American tourist to fall down a hill. That's brilliant.
yeah. So a bit of rain hitting a random sheep. They love it. They love it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Get a nice strapping American to play that, and then hello.
I know it's strong. It reminds me a bit of did you ever see the film Marriage Story?
Yeah.
Well,
Do you know,
Joy.
I wrote it literally for Adam Driver, actually, as John.
Yeah.
So I had Adam Driver in mind when I wrote it. So yeah.
Which is basically a character piece, which even if you're on a tight budget or a big budget, it's
Yeah.
very good to do, you know.
Yeah.
Well
Well, so brilliant stuff. Pixie woke
Yeah,
up well. She did. Hello.
great job. I'm going to run and see if I can. I'm going to run and see if I can see the end of this rugby match.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so
Very
much.
Oh yeah, Ireland. I think
It's Scotland and Wales. I think it might be finished. I've been getting bulletins of the